Hi there. My name is Abil Beckford, and I'm the host of the One Problem podcast. There are tons of problems in the world. We not we will not focus on all of them. We're going to tackle problems one at a time. As been the case, most of the people who come on this podcast as guests, I have some sort of prior relationship with them. And for this episode, that's the same. I've known my guest for a couple of months now, and we met on LinkedIn. So I'd like to introduce you to Syya, Yasotornrat, and she's a podcast strategist and producer. Now over to you, Syya.
Well, thank you very much, Abdul, for having me. And it's such a pleasure and honor and privilege to be on your show. And thank you for trusting me. So let's talk about a little bit about who am I? And when I say who am I, I'm not talking about who am I? Let's not go too esoteric, okay? I'm not, first off, my personality, I'm not that deep. But when I say who am I, it's more along the lines of who am I to create content digitally that people care, that is relevant, that matters, that provides value to either help someone, inspire someone, or build a community. That's my who am I question that I'd like to address and tackle today. Because look, as a podcast producer and strategist for my clients, again, we focus on business-based clients. So for those that have an illustrious, amazing hobby of underwater basket weaving, more power to you. It's not that kind of focus, if that makes sense. This is podcasting to provide content and value for prospect clients, for existing clients. So maintaining that relationship, but also, again, like building a community of people that'll rally around you. So they might not buy into your business, but they've got friends that they can refer you to. So let's talk about who am I? All right. And I love this question because with all my clients in general, and by the way, this also includes Fortune 100 clients where they're like, who are we? What is our messaging? What is the essence of who we are? Right? Because the bigger brand you become, the less human, I think, that element gets lost along the way. And so for those that are anywhere from solopreneurs to owning a hugely successful SMB business, and again, my corporate, Fortune 100 clients, the message is this: do you know why you're doing this? Because the way you find yourself and value yourself is if you actually provide value for others. It's like that back and forth, right? So like Adil, I'm sure you know this all too well, which is all relationships are reciprocal, right? If you're constantly talking at someone and that other person's like listening, this is going to be their response over time, right? It's like a parent to a child. Like, clean up your room, clean up your room, clean up your room. Well, have we provided a reason that there's a benefit for that child to clean their room, right? So it could be done with like, hey, maybe I'll give you more privileges. You can play more games or read more books or whatever have you, play outside. Or it could be like, hey, I'll pay you, like whatever motivates, right? But only you would know your audience to know what motivates them. So very simple, the way I described it between a parent-teacher relation or parent-child relationship is each child is unique. So you have to treat your audience as such, right? So why are you doing something? This is your fundamental root core of why you do anything in life. It is literally going to be the fuel to get you up in the morning, to be excited, to say, I'm going to talk about this, whatever topic it might be. And there are going to be days, because we're humans, that you're going to be like, I'm uninspired. Screw this. Life is happening. I've got things to do. That why is your fuel and fire in the belly to keep you disciplined, consistent, and engaged. Because if you're not engaged, how do you expect anyone else to be engaged and listening with you? So the who am I really builds, it's really foundationally from why you do anything. So ask yourself, why are you doing something? And keep asking yourself why. Every time you answer it, ask why again. I know it sounds very cliche to do that, but I swear to God, if you start crying or get some emotional trigger, you found your why. So I know it sounds hippy dippy, but that answers your who am I? Because why you do something is who you are. And that's what inspires you. And quite frankly, Avil, that is ultimately my message to everyone today. Is to solve your own problem is I have that fear of who am I? What's my value? Why do people care? It's because if you know why you're doing anything, it's the root and soul of who you are. And that level of authenticity will give you that who am I to make people want to be inspired to listen to you, to engage with you, to be with you, and to love you like a love song, as I like to say. So I've about a minute left here, but am I hitting the point? Any question that you might have for me, Avil, in this last minute that we have together?
Yeah, so what you're talking about, they have that thing called the 5 whys. So you ask why 5 times, and by the time you get to the fifth why, you get to the real reason, because it's like peeling an onion. So you keep on peeling off, peeling till you get to the core. So
Exactly.
so that's what came to me. So thank you so much, Sia, for being on this. And I'm sure you'll give the audience something to think about.
Thank you. I hope so too. I really encourage everyone. Everyone has a story because you have experience and wisdom to share. Don't be afraid. Do it. People will appreciate it.